Hey y'all, I'm Nikita Patrice and welcome to my channel. Here you'll find all things home decor, DIY, and just lifestyle content about me and my family. If that's the kind of content you're interested in, please like and subscribe so I can continue to give it to you. Yes. All right, and if you're interested in learning how we were able to do this DIY accent wall behind me, then stay tuned. In today's video, we're gonna go over our first DIY project here in our home, which is our home office. We did this DIY accent wall and floating desk. Just a disclaimer, we made some mistakes while doing this project. I'll say this again. We made some mistakes while doing this project. So we just want you to learn from our mistakes and let you know how to do this probably a little bit better than what we did. I'll definitely point out everything we did wrong and how you can correct it. And let's get into it. So we started the project by taping off the ceiling, baseboards, and sidewalls. I actually don't recommend using this cheap little blue painter's tape. It's the worst. Go ahead and get some of that frog tape. It's green, it's better, it helps better with controlling bleed through from your painting. You'll see Shane is removing the cover for the outlet. Good tip is to go ahead and tape the outlet too so that you don't get any paint over it. And right now we're just going ahead and spreading out a drop cloth so that we don't get any paint drippings on the carpet. And we're going to tape that down because we're going to be walking on it during the day. We decided to both tackle painting the wall. I took the bottom half while Shane took the top half. We just used paint rollers for this. Since our walls are already light, we didn't worry about priming it. But if you do have like another paint color on your wall, like a darker color or something, I would recommend priming the wall first or getting primer already mixed into your paint and doing it that way. So there's multiple ways you can do this project. If you do take the route where you paint the wall first like we did, I would recommend getting pre-primed trim boards. You can buy them from like Home Depot or Lowe's. They come like in a white color, they're already primed, and then I would paint those trim boards first before applying them to the walls. Otherwise, I would recommend putting the trim boards on the wall first and then just painting everything at once. But we decided to paint first, so this is one of our, I feel like, a mistake. But if you do paint first, just get pre-primed trim boards and paint your trim boards before you put them on the wall. So the paint did require 2 coats. So we painted it once, then let it dry, and then we painted it a second time, and the finish came out great. Good morning, everyone. This is day 2 of our office makeover. We noticed that we made some mistakes on the painting. So we noticed some mistakes during our painting. We had some paint bleed through on our baseboards, as you can see, and on our walls. So we're gonna just clean this up today. Right now, Shane is taping off the baseboards, and then we're gonna do some caulking and repainting to get some cleaner lines. We also, oh, you already stripped the paint off the,
yeah.
That was all black. So we had to strip the paint off of here.
You can see a little bit right here.
Oh no, you hurt your toe. Oh, let me kiss and make it better.
No better.
Okay. All right, so yeah, we're gonna clean up these walls and get it real nice for you guys. So here Shane is applying some caulk to the baseboard, and then he would smudge it out with his finger and would go ahead and repaint to get a cleaner line. But knowing what I know now, I guess this is another one of our mistakes. I would have done this at the beginning before we painted the wall. I would have applied the caulk, smudged it out with a finger, and then painted our wall black so that we get that cleaner line at the baseboard. So here Shane has started to repaint, touch up that paint on the bottom. And then we're gonna take an edger brush and use it to clean up the lines on the side of the walls. We did have an issue here though, because the paint color that our builder told us we had on our walls was actually lighter than the color when we bought it from Sherwin. So we're gonna have to retouch this wall again too. So we're going ahead and measuring and using a laser leveler to see where we're going to put our desk, and we're just going to mark that with some tape. So we use the leveler to go ahead and make our design for the wall, and we use the stud finder and marked it with blue tape to mark off our studs. All right, so off camera, I used a miter saw to cut the trim boards to fit our angles, applied a little bit of wood glue, attached it to the wall, and then used the nail gun to nail it on the wall. So this is what I mean by buying the pre-primed boards. See, here we have regular trim boards, and then we had to prime it while it was on the walls. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go ahead and get the pre-primed boards and just paint them before you put them on the wall, or just put the trim boards on the wall before you paint the wall and just do it all at once. But all right, so here we're just taking some nail filler and filling in those nails that we put on the wall. We let that dry, and then we're gonna sand it down, and then it comes time to prime and paint. It was late and we were tired, and Shane wanted to leave the design like this, but I thought it looked pretty silly, so I had to go back and make another angle to put on the wall because yeah, this just wasn't doing it.
Okay, so took a few pictures in between, but again, this is the almost finished product or process that we're doing for this wall. Again, we just hit it with some primer. We just want that smooth black coat to go on top of it, so to make it look like it's a part of the wall. Other than that, the only thing I'm gonna do again is wait another hour for this to dry. Once it dries, I'm gonna come back in here again, hit it with some black paint, and it's okay because you see the imperfection a little bit that's coming off the wall here around, and you see a little bit, and I'm gonna hit it while we on this video. Yeah, let's get rid of that glob. But yeah, I'm real excited for this to go through, real excited for this complete. So the next step for me to do, again, is to wait, but I'm also gonna clean my paint brushes. I use 2 of those, 1 roller and that corner brush, and also my paint pan. The one tip I wanna give is, as soon as you're done painting, you're not gonna use it this color anymore, go ahead and clean it off, because save you a lot of money in the long run when you need to use some other, use the paintbrushes again. Have to run back in the store, back and forth to keep buying paintbrushes. I've learned that lesson because I was lazy, because by the time we finish the process, it's like 10 at night, 11 at night, and I'm exhausted, don't feel like doing anything. So since it's early in the day now, I'm gonna really take the time just to clean these paintbrushes off. The one thing that you wanna do with that, just water and some paint thinner. Simple process. And just let it dry. Good to go. All right.
Here we're just finishing up the paint and let it dry, and then you have a finished project. All in all, this project took us way too many days to complete. I actually think that you can get it done in 1 or 2 days, depending on if you apply the trim boards to the wall first and then paint, or if you paint and then do trim boards. If you paint first, it's going to be longer because you have to wait for paint to dry.